Chanel here, your menopause nutritionist. Today I want to talk to you about something I'm putting together and I'm pretty excited about it for a couple of reasons. I feel like it's going to help a lot of you, but also we are not nearly at Black Friday and I have decided that this is what I'm going to offer for Black Friday. So you guys will get a really good deal on it. But anyway, let me talk through the situation so you understand a bit better about what I'm talking about here. Before we start though, I want to just remind you that I have my Thrive program currently going for the last time this year, and I will kick another one off in February 2026. Can't believe I'm even saying that. Anyway, so if you are ready to master your nutrition and lifestyle and get the results you deserve, then getting on my wait list, which is currently going, is the best place to be. That is the cheapest way to do my program, and you get first offer because the spots do sell out. I only take a limited number of spots. There's only one of me, and I can only service people properly when there's a certain amount of people in the group. So you get that very specific kind of one-on-one, you get that, what do we call it? You get that special kind of interaction that if you're in a huge group, I mean, you just can't get around the people. Anyway, I didn't explain that very well, but you know what I mean. So I'll pop the link here. Join up. That's the best place to be. I'll keep you updated, and I'll also let you know when I do my next free protein challenge. Okay, so this is about closing the gap between results from eating well and the gap of mindset, which is holding you back. So what I see is a big frustration. People know how to eat well, then their mindset and kind of maybe emotional eating or the mindset is missing. So what I want to start with is helping you understand that I know, firstly, what is going on. And I want you to understand that unlocking this is going to give you the success that you have been missing out on. So firstly, it's like you probably know what you need to do to lose the weight that you want to. Maybe it's only a couple of kilos, maybe it's more than that. Generally, I see women, because I work with so many of you, that have like just 5 or 10. It's kind of pesky. It's just like hanging around the belly, or just like 5 or 10 that they just can't shift. So this time last year, I launched my original Fatloss Intensive, and I had a lot of you sign up for it. I think there was like 55 people that jumped in and did it. And this was like really clear on exactly the process of losing body fat and how to lose weight. Had clear structure, meal plans, the foundational mechanics of calories, how we calculate it. And I think that this is important, and people that do my programs learn this, because when you don't understand the process of how to lose body fat, then you're guessing, right? So understanding those mechanics is really important. So then what I see, and the problem I kept seeing, was that the success was there because people then they understood, they realized what they needed to do, they knew they had to be in a calorie deficit, they had all the information. So they got the success, but the sustainability wasn't there. The sustainability of the results was the issue because they kept failing, and it was really because they just didn't understand the mindset that needed to be applied. So they got a good grasp of the food, the nutrition, the calories, how much they needed to put in their mouth, what sort of exercise they needed to do, but they were failing because they didn't understand their feelings. So all of us pretty much know how to eat well. But then we sit down and watch TV, and at 8 p.m. we're in the biscuits, or we're in the ice cream, and that is nothing to do with the fact that you've been good all day. It is your feelings getting the better of you. So this is about defining the difference, the gap between understanding and your feelings. And that's the space between your nutritional knowledge and your emotional life. So it's the difference between knowing that you shouldn't eat the chips and eating the chips because you're stressed out. So the crux is this gap that I am seeing, and this is why on my program now, like those people that are doing my current program, we have a whole mindset module now. And the mindset module is for this stuff. Because if we don't get the mindset stuff in check, this is what happens, is that the old version of us keeps coming back and knocking on the door, and we just can't move forward. And this is really what we're talking about. So the gap is between the knowledge that we've got and our failure of willpower. And it's not actually the willpower, it's actually a failure of the tools that you don't yet have to actually apply to everything that you're learning. So you have like the information about nutrition and calories, and maybe some of you are listening to this and you're like, actually I don't know those things. So we'll do a refresher of that as well. Don't worry. So you understand everything that goes into like knowing how you're in a calorie deficit, what that looks like. And then we will deal with the mind problems. So why is this mindset the missing piece? Basically, we have so many layers to food. So there's so many different reasons why we eat. Like when we're looking at health and wellness, we can't just give up food, like just because we want to lose weight. We have to eat because that is part of living. So we have so many different ties and connections, and a lot of us as individuals stem back to like our childhood. So this is like there's a lot of deep stuff here that needs to kind of be uncovered, and this is why this part is so important. And so I want to just give you kind of a little, I guess, awareness, if you like. If you're listening to this and you're like, okay, this sounds like me, I feel like this is something I need to do, I just feel like I'm on a wheel, I'm going round and round in circles, or I get some results and then I'm back to where I started. Basically, things like emotional eating is so common. I deal with women every day, and this is always coming up. And I think it's coming up because we don't get taught the skills and tools, but also no one talks about it as well. So some of the things that I suppose the most common things I see, we stress eat, stress, anxiety that causes like emotional eating, boredom actually. So those people like me who work from home, the fridge is just like right there. Sometimes it's actually just boredom eating. Sometimes it's bad habits, just like we've just got ourselves into a bad habit. Now, the next one that is quite common is fatigue. So maybe we're not sleeping that well. Now, if you think about this, when we want energy, what is the body's easiest way to get energy? Well, it's going to be through food. So then next minute you get a cue for being hungry. So when we're hungry, we have to think, like, am I actually hungry? These are things we'll go through in the workshop. So I just wanted to give you a little kind of sneak peek, if you like, or a little insight into what's coming. Obviously, Black Friday is next week. So next week I'll drop a podcast episode with all of the details, so you have absolutely everything you need. In saying that, I'll talk about this in a minute, but the other thing I wanted to mention to you is that there, yeah, look, it's quite a lot. It's really deep. I wrote myself some notes to keep myself on track here because I'm excited to put this together, and that's what I've been working on this week, kind of. So I'm also doing an Empowered Eating Certified Coaches course just at the moment. I'm almost finished it, and this goes into a lot of tools that I will be implementing into this workshop. So this is, I suppose, a revamp of the Fat Loss Intensive I did last year. This is a revamp including the mindset. So it's really going to close the gap on you not being able to get the success that you deserve. It's really going to give you an emotional toolkit for being able to get your fat loss results. So the new structure is going to be quite comprehensive, so you'll have lots of things that you'll be able to take away and implement straight away. Now, I am going to do it in the same format, so it'll be over 3 weeks, and if you cannot get on the workshop will be 3 weeks in a row, and it'll be like 1 hour lessons each week. They will be recorded, so you don't have to listen to it live. You can listen to it in your own time. Obviously, when you're live, you can ask questions, and that is, I personally, when I'm learning, love that because I'm always curious and have questions that pop up. So the original workshop price is $199, but I have an awesome Black Friday promotion coming down the line. So anyone who either didn't do my Fat Loss Intensive last year or really wants to tune into this mind body fat loss blueprint, this is only going to be available for a one time. It's just going to be a one-off workshop. So that's what has made me combine it with Black Friday, because I don't really do things like this generally through the year. I just run my programs. I have 3 programs that I run a year. But this allows me just to actually think about running something specific, and from working with women all year, this is what I feel like really is missing, and it's going to kind of close that gap that I see women struggling with. So I'm really excited. I will be dropping obviously all the details next week for Black Friday. I would encourage you to be on my email list, because that is where I will give you all of the information. If you follow me on social media, you'll see my stories. Like, I will be sharing information on my stories and giving you insights into kind of the content as it's coming through, and pretty much I would encourage you to get on my email list. So I'll put a link here for you for those of you that are interested, and we will make sure that you get everything you need to get rid of those 5 or 10 kilos that have stubbornly been hanging around because you haven't got the tools to be able to get everything lined up together. So this is exciting because now we've got everything in one place. You'll learn everything you need to know about how to lose body fat, combined with the mindset tools, and nothing is going to stop you. You're going to get those results that you deserve. If you have any questions at all, drop them here and I will try and answer them for you. Otherwise, I cannot wait to see you on the workshop. Have the best day. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.